Neat.
And neat. We're now online and live, and people can hear our awkward, wonderful voices.
Excellent.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
They live. They live.
Let's see how many times my voice cracks tonight.
Yes.
Let's find out. Hi guys. It's Saturday night as I move the mic closer to me because I'm sitting at an awkward angle right now on my couch.
Legs.
I gotta extend them for days. Hi guys. Welcome to Demiplanes and Doodles. We're going to draw some stuff that that our bros on the Alistair Discord suggested for us to draw. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. I'm Vic. Lynn is around somewhere.
I'm here.
There you are. It's like you're sitting right next to me.
One day we will do a Demiplanes episode where we will
God.
be. We needed to actually have a camera at that point.
I think we need to have a camera on us for that specific episode.
The shenanigans.
Absolute shenanigans. So. All right. We are live, and people are gonna watch us draw things. And
yep.
I guess let's just roll through our usual shtick that we do.
Yes.
So, hello everyone. Let's just do our thing where we talk about our friends at Talon and Claw that make wonderful wooden tabletop items such as dice vaults, DM screens, dice trays. They have wooden dice as well. They are now doing oh god, what is the thing? They're doing coasters, they're doing laser engravings, they're doing this really cool thing now. Dice towers. They're doing dice towers. That's the word I was looking for. And they're also doing
I knew it was.
Yeah, thank you for remembering the word. So they do all these wonderful dice towers, dice vaults, dice trays, DM screens. You can go check them out. Just scroll down below on our Twitch channel to the Talon and Claw Etsy page. And if you use the code DivineConquer at checkout, you get 10% off on your wonderful order. So go give them a look. Just support them in all of their wood carving glory. And let me just awkwardly segue over into our thing, Lynn, if you want to say stuff about it.
Yeah, so Vic and I are making a webcomic that is going to be debuting in less than a month.
Oh my god.
For
my
August.
My heart stopped. 2 weeks. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, we're almost there.
We are going to be doing a one-shot set in Alistair's world. We're going to be doing that on the 3rd of August.
Yes, and
so
then
definitely be sure to tune in for that.
Don't we have something going on before that? Do we? Was that confirmed? That we're doing a thing? Like on a Saturday before the one shot? Was that confirmed?
I don't know if it was confirmed yet.
Okay. We are planning something. We're planning whether it's going to be a Saturday in the current future or maybe the near future. We're going to have a special set. We're going to have August is going to be a whole month of like doing Alistair stuff, and it's going to be wild. So we're going to try to bring you guys a whole bunch of cool, fun stuff that we'll be creating. So
yes, we have to look into scheduling on that one.
Yeah, we're definitely scheduling that one. We're working on it.
Yes, the one shot is going to be happening on Monday the 3rd.
Yep.
I will be playing Alistair. Vic will be playing West.
Yes.
And we're going to have 2 others with us as well.
Yep.
And we're going to annoy the absolute crap out of our DM.
Yep. The wonderful, wonderful, hopefully merciful DM.
Yeah. And if you want to, you can scroll down below and join our Patreon for as little as $1 a month. You get a whole bunch of extra stuff. There's also additional tiers, but if you are doing at least $1, you get to have access to our Discord, which is a beautiful, small little community where we do RPs together. We share each other's artwork.
Yep.
We're a little family. We're a family of bros. And I love you all.
We're little paladin order is what we are.
Yeah,
because we're all pals.
So paladins. Oh my god. But if you want to be a bro pal bro, Yeah,
Pal bro,
definitely
devil bro.
check it out. If you go to Webtoons, we do actually have promos and things already out. Chapter 00 is already out,
Yes.
so that's super exciting. But yeah, other than that, welcome to the Demiplane.
Hello,
I'm
welcome
gonna
to.
draw stuff for you.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw
Yeah,
down
swap
that
over.
throw down that gate spell and get us into the demiplane.
Thank you.
And there.
Great. Excellent.
Tonight's gonna be a fun episode.
Yes. So what are we talking about today?
Today is brought to you by the bros on the Ouster Discord. They usually I try to be consistent with this on Thursdays I like to throw out the suggestion of, hey, what do you guys want to see us draw on Demiplanes and Doodles? And people will throw out some suggestions. And so I started taking those suggestions and compiling them into posts where you can vote on them. And so they voted on 2 of our suggestions for this week. It was between magic items and artifacts and character dynamics. So we're going to be talking about character relationships and dynamics today. Hot,
not just romantic ones.
Hot button issue.
We will not be sitting here not shutting up about disgrace. We will actually be talking about other things.
We're full of more substance than that, contrary to popular belief.
Shocking, I know.
Although, if you want an entire episode dedicated to that, just drop that in the suggestions and we'll get back to you.
Cool. Oh my lord.
One day it's gonna happen and we'll be like, oh god, here we are.
Why did it end up like this?
It'll be a good episode.
Yes,
that one we might have to do offline.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, I got those.
So, like, as far as character relationships, guess what? That doesn't automatically mean romantic.
No, not at all.
And
of course not.
I hate that as like the default now.
The default is 2 characters are standing in a room and you have to assume that one of them is in love with the other.
Yes.
Yeah, it's...
The other one breathes.
Yeah.
Or, like, I think the problem is any act of kindness or, like, general giving a damn about another person is automatically assumed to be romance.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah.
Exactly. Soulmates but friends.
Soulmates but friends. Yes, friends can be soulmates. That's a thing.
Yeah, I believe. I totally believe that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I believe friends could also have crawled from the same cesspool like a million years ago.
Same little like frog squiggly.
Just one leg's longer than the other.
Exactly. Yeah.
But no, yeah, I get that. Yeah, the whole which I believe it's if we want to get into lectures about story writing and media consumption from the ye old days of when movie magic started to become a thing, and even in the times of old-fashioned storytelling where people just hang out in the old Greek amphitheater and listen to my boy Homer just wax poetic about his dudes.
Yeah.
About his great fanfic between Achilles and the other dude's name who's I completely escaped me because I totally don't have a backlog of historic. Yeah, I don't have.
It starts with a P, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Hold on, I'm googling it.
As I'm googling it too. Patroclus.
Yeah.
Patroclus. So yeah, I mean, back in the ye old days of Homer just sitting at the campfire and telling you about his fanfic between Achilles and Patroclus,
Well, isn't there another one with, like, an Egyptian and someone else?
Mark
Who was that?
Antony and Cleopatra?
No. It was, they were roommates. Hold on.
They were in...
Who was it?
Oh,
They were totally roommates, guys.
and they were roommates. That's a character dynamic. Roommates.
I'm Googling it, because I don't know how else to Google it.
Right. Just that one dude and they were roommates. Greek story.
It was the one where I told you about, like, the only thing that could take down, like, Egypt was this guy's thighs. Like, that was, like, on written record or something.
Jesus Christ, that's...
Do you remember that?
Vaguely, I do. Very vaguely.
I'm like destroying my Google search history right now with the weirdest shit.
God rest your algorithm. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these boys. I got them saved.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start drawing some stuff. I'm gonna start drawing some popular character dynamics.
It's going to drive me nuts until I figure this out.
It's going to destroy Lynn. This is what destroys Lynn.
I am having the weirdest Google search history.
So I'm gonna start.
He's giving me Mark Anthony, but it's not.
Oh my god.
Are you drawing two roommates?
I am drawing two roommates. Because that's the dynamic we're hitting today. Or at least for the first part, we're gonna do this.
That works for me. I'm going to spend the entire time.
You're gonna just spend this entire episode just trying to find it, and then like we're gonna like sign off and in 1 second you'll be like, I found it.
I'm gonna message you at 3 a.m. and be like, ah!
Like, I found it! I need to know right now, how tall is Dorcas? This is very important information.
I thought they were like the same height.
Are they about the same height? If that's the case, that's
thought they
what
were.
I'm rolling with.
We can always just shimmy it down.
This is
right?
a good dynamic. This is a good one.
I need to know what it is. I'm not gonna sleep. Whoop. Nope.
So, character dynamics. What are
I'm sorry.
they?
I'm really into like figuring this out.
You are so deep into it.
I am so deep into like Google right now trying to figure this out.
Ah, okay. Fun fact: Dorcas is the same height as Grayson.
Oh, he's 6'1".
Yep. Wow, so stranger. They're all the same height. Look at that.
Aww.
Miss Green Kitty wants to know what you're looking for, so explain it in great detail.
So I'm looking for the historical, like, the couple. It was some guy. I thought he was a Roman. He could be Greek. I'm not entirely sure. And he was in love with. He could be Greek. He was in love with an Egyptian guy who had great thighs and calves. Like,
and his thighs were the reason that a city fell or something, or an empire fell.
He's like, I think it was like in historical record. It says the only thing that can take down this man is this guy's thighs, and I'm like, whoa. And they're like, oh yes, like they were best friends. Like that's what all the like. Archaeologists were saying. Everyone's like, they're not.
And they were roommates.
I mean, they were roommates. I cannot figure it out.
Someone save Lynn from this Herculean task.
It's gonna kill me. Give.
Just typing in. You're just begging with Google at this point. Just like, please give it now.
I need. Nope, not that. Okay, I need to stop because like you're gonna Google.
You're gonna just completely wipe yourself out on this.
I'm hoping that like me constantly saying it, like my phone that
the government agent that's listening through your phone.
He's gonna listen to me and be like, oh, I know that, and then like I'm gonna have an ad for Wish or something. Be like, excellent.
That one specific Wish ad.
Oh, today I was actually on Facebook and I had a Wish ad for a KFC hoodie and like sweatpant.
Oh my god! It's like it knows you.
But I know. I was gonna take a picture of it and send it to you and be like, "Hey, I know what I'm wearing."
And then it arrives on your door like 5 days later.
Yeah, exactly. Like, perfect. My time has come. Oh, look, Stranger's so upset.
He's very mad about something.
When is he not mad? Let's be honest. Anyway, roommates. These guys are roommates.
So roommates, that's where I wanted to start because as always, character dynamics can be a multitude of things, whether it be roommates, whether it be soulmates, whether it be just that one guy that you have a weird tension with at the Starbucks because you keep showing up on the same days that you go to Starbucks. So you're not sure if your schedules are synchronized, but he's always there.
He's always lurking.
Always lurks. Just that the one guy that you always see at the Starbucks, and you're like, oh, this guy again? Why? But, it's character dynamics.
Exactly. And,
what's your favorite kind?
Speaking of...
Yes.
I was actually going to say one of my favorite character dynamics is not... It's not a character dynamic, it's how they're handled. And I would say that is... Ghibli movies handle them beautifully. Like, friendships and, like, not having romance. But when they do have romance, it's great. But when... But they don't need it.
They don't use it as... what is it? What's the word I'm trying to think of? They're not trying to use it as a
plot point.
Well, not necessarily a plot point, I would say. Yes, a reward. Using using a romantic
fulfillment
as a reward for a character. That is something I'm not a fan of. Like if you're gonna do do a story or a movie or anything or a comic based around somebody's relationship with somebody, you should not treat the relationship itself like it's the reward at the end. Like the whole and then you're gonna live happily ever after, because that's not, I mean, stories like that are nice, but for me and my own personal tastes, I feel like you shouldn't treat it. You should not treat a relationship as a reward for a good deed. That kind of, I feel like, I'm trying to parse my words through my head. I feel like it's kind of a disservice to the relationship in itself. Like it's a lot more than that, because you don't want to treat your significant other as a prize to be had. That's not an attractive thing to me.
And also, like, creating it to be a reward is saying that you're not doing something right if you don't get it.
Yes.
Which is stupid.
Yeah, which it's, that's not how they work. I mean,
I think there's a quote somewhere where Ghibli was like, it's
You mean Hayao Miyazaki? The man who does the movies?
Is it Miyazaki?
Miyazaki does do Ghibli movies.
No, I know that, but I'm saying I don't know if it was from him or someone in the studio or just like a fan quote, but they were talking about how, like, it's like in the movies it's not the point, I guess.
Yes. It could have been.
I'm looking.
It could have been Hayao Miyazaki.
I'm looking at a tweet.
Yes.
I'm looking at a tweet that says Studio Ghibli romances be like, what if they didn't kiss, but instead both spiritually matured as people because they met each other?
Yes, that's my cup of tea. Hello. Give me some good character growth as a form of fulfillment. Finding your significant other, and then learning to better yourself, not for your significant other, but for yourself.
Good.
That's
good
some good.
stuff.
That's some good. That's some good kush. What's let me just pop into chat and just say, hey, what are your what are your favorite character dynamics that you like to see in whether it be books, movies, comics, or games, or what have you?
Media.
All your favorite
Media.
things.
I love me a parent-child relationship. I think those are super fun.
Those are fun.
And super cute.
I need you to know that everybody in chat at the moment was talking about the thighs again, and so and I quote from Shortbeard: "Thick thighs save lives, but thigh highs are my demise."
My demise.
I need you to get out of Dis's diary, please.
What? Oh, I don't see him having like a diary.
No, he's saying that out. He's saying that out loud on the top deck of his ship.
Oh.
While a crew member passes by, and they're like, "Captain, you okay?"
He just says it while looking out into the sunset.
Just looks out on the sea, just like, you know, like how, like that moment, like in any like sailing movie where they're just like on the bow, just looking out like longingly into the sea, and he just says that, and people are just like, "Excuse me."
Ooh, we got best friend rivals. Great.
Ooh,
Good
I love
stuff.
those.
My first thought is My Hero Academia.
Yes, I love. Oh my god, I love the relationships that are had in that show, especially between Bakugo and Deku.
Oh god. You know, I've seen so many R-rated things between those two. It's kind of warped my brain.
You gotta get off of Twitter.
I can't.
Twitter is a horrible place for that.
It's a beautiful place, and they've destroyed my favorite character multiple times, and every time I watch the show, I'm just like, oh, you poor thing.
Oh, God.
Kaminari, my baby, why?
Of all the characters.
I love him, I'm sorry. I apparently have an archetype. Anyway, soulmates, but they hate each other.
That's fun.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of like examples. I like the whole. I love characters that have opposing dynamics. That's usually a favorite of mine, and then they kind of like learn to either just live with each other or to like each other, or maybe even those rare occasions love each other. But it has to be. It has to work. It has to work. You can't just be like, and suddenly I was in love. That's not, in my opinion, that's just not how that works.
I mean, I can
enemies to friends,
thing.
enemies to friends to lovers. That's a good trajectory, and also another good trajectory is from lovers to enemies.
Oh God,
that's a good one.
Well, we got BillyBlueArt.com says, "I love villains that you can identify with."
Ooh, I love that.
About that.
Or
imperfect heroes.
Imperfect heroes.
You know, I know an imperfect hero. Here, let me draw him over here real fast.
Okay, I'll zoom out so that we can see this. Oh my goodness, there he is. There's the boy. Look at him. You should draw him in his full glory.
There.
Now you should actually. Ooh, you should draw Zuko. I liked your Zuko from Instagram.
Zuko.
That was a good Zuko you did. I love Zuko.
I wanted to draw someone that wasn't scowling because that seems to be my brand.
Which is funny because in like the first like 2 seasons or 3.5 seasons, excuse me, that was his default face.
Just angry.
He was angry and troubled because his life sucked. His father was an asshole, and etc., etc. You know, he's a character that you could easily identify as Grayson, I would say.
You think so?
In a way, it kind of him and Grayson kind of follow the trajectory in the sense of noble born with a parental issue, I would say. One of them goes missing, the other one severely hates them, that stuff.
Ooh, we got another one. I'm a sucker for the friends who can't stand each other / occasionally try to kill each other, but they still have each other's back.
Oh, I love that one, where it's just like, hey, that guy's an asshole, but he's my asshole. I love that one.
Only I'm allowed to be an asshole to this
Yeah,
person.
I'm allowed to be an asshole to him. That's a good one. Let's see, reading. I love adoptive parent mentors. I love that one too. Like Teresa of the Faint Smile and Claire and Claymore. Aw. I do love me a good old surrogate parent story. That's a fun one. Let's see.
A surrogate parent. That's super cute.
Yeah, that's always a cute one where it's just like, and it's usually like the one person that has no business being a parent or doesn't want to be a parent or just never, their lifestyle just never kind of aligned for it. And then next thing you know, there's like a character or a child that comes into their life and they're like, yes, I will protect you with my entire life. That's a good one. Trying to watch me struggle to draw a bowl for a goldfish.
Oh, we got quiet.
I know. I got intensely focused trying to do a whole bit with Stranger and Dorcas.
It's not our fault. I'm sorry. You when you draw stuff, do you are you usually like super quiet?
Yes, absolutely I am. I get intensely focused. Sometimes Tabitha will be trying to talk to me and I'll be like, huh? What'd you say?
You need to re-say all of that because I was not listening.
Anyway.
I know, I'm saying that's you. I heard everything you said.
Here's Boisterous Bard. The two characters in Seven Deadly Sins. I love that anime. Meliodas and Bon. I love those two. I love me some best friends that like. I mean, I'm not self-projecting, but I love two characters that are best friends that become one whole idiot when they're together, and it's the most fun dynamic.
You mean like our comic?
Yes, absolutely. That's exactly correct. It's like two characters that are completely competent on their own, but once they come together, they are just completely incompetent, and it's fantastic. Let's see. Oh yes, Steph on chat. I guess talking about the whole dynamic of he's an asshole, but he's my asshole. Soma from Food Wars. I want to see you fail, but by my hands only. Until then, I want you to grow better. I love that stuff. I love that. It's like, starting out as like, that guy's an asshole, but I respect you for being an asshole. He's like, you're an asshole, but I respect you. Ooh, BillyBlueArt.com. A cool arc is when you really root for a character, but then they fall from grace, so you love / hate them. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of like things that I've witnessed that I just went yes at for that. I do love characters that come from a bad place that are working to redeem themselves. Spoiler alert. If anybody's I don't know if anybody's watching the new season of Fruits Basket, but one of my favorite characters is Akito from Fruits Basket, and they are at first they seem like such an irredeemable character because they are an individual that has caused many, many people in that manga severe amounts of pain and trauma, and they are just very textbook abusive in their nature. But then there's a moment where one character just kind of I don't want to say embraces it, but she takes the time and the patience to ask them, hey, what's wrong? And that just completely screws over their vibe, and they're like, how fucking dare you speak to me like that? How dare you give a shit about me? And it just, like, mentally fucked with them, and it's one of those things where it has had them, like, thinking introspectively on themselves, and then from there, it was like, it wasn't perfect, it wasn't an overnight change, but they learned to let go of some nastiness in their life that made them the way they are, and slowly they've been, like, working to redeem themselves. And they're even working to redeem themselves in the spin-off comic. Oh my god, what was it called? Excuse me while I yell for answers. Tab! What's the name of the Fruits Basket spinoff?
Fruits Basket Another.
Fruits Basket Another, that's the name of the spinoff.
You forgot that name?
Listen. Listen.
I'm listening. My ears are open.
But yeah, so on that note, characters that seem so completely irredeemable because of something in their life that made them that shaped them, basically being a result of as they are, and they are constantly combating people with their nature, with a very ugly, irredeemable nature, and then there's that one person that they come across that just treats them with kindness, and it's like, hold up. I love that. That's good stuff.
That's how I originally played Grayson in his like OG campaign. Like, he was just an a-hole, like, the entire time, until one of the characters was like, what the hell is your problem? And then he's like, my mom.
My mom's mean.
Basic. She was awful in that campaign, thanks.
I need to try harder then.
No, you're good.
Excuse me as I draw this. The joke behind this is that there was a TikTok made for these two, and it's fantastic.
I can't believe you're on TikTok.
I can't believe I am either, and I can't believe the reason why I have a TikTok is because it was a school assignment.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. Like, I had it.
Hip.
My teachers wanted to be hip. It was the weirdest thing, and I hated it. They. What?
I was gonna say, chat says there's the insanity that is the Homestuck character trajectories.
We're not talking about Homestuck. Also, the thing you were looking for was found.
Oh my god, was it?
Yes.
Where is it? I need it.
Give Lynn the tea. Give Lynn the tea. Give Lynn the tea on the thighs.
I need to know what the heck that was, or else I'm
actually excited that somebody was actively looking for that. Let's see.
Give.
Okay, I'm gonna be reading through chat real quick. Yeah, there's the insanity. Yeah, that is the Homestuck character trajectory. Let's not talk about the shipping dynamics.
I don't know what that is, but I've only ever seen people dress up like it, and I have no clue what it is.
Lynn, do you want me to explain Homestuck to you?
No, actually.
Okay, here's what it is.
Oh, great.
No. It's one of those things where I'm like, should I just leave you in the dark? Should I? Or should I just try to explain it and then just listen to you be confused?
Go for it. It'll be like someone explaining Kingdom Hearts to me, too.
Which I have done.
I don't know what any of that's happening. You have, and I'm just like, I don't. You had me, and then you lost me.
I'm gonna lose you so much here. Okay, so I love how our relationship has evolved into me explaining things that I have been a part of that to the outside world just seem batshit insane, and you are the outside world.
Okay. I'm not technically the outside world. I think it's because I didn't get into, like, watching anime until, like, college.
That's fair.
I was kind of into it a little tiny bit, like, my senior year, but not really. I remember watching Trigun, Full Metal Alchemist, and Cowboy Bebop, and that was like it.
We don't talk about
Inuyasha in the
Inuyasha.
morning. Yeah.
That good old Inuyasha
Inuyasha's
at
in the
5 a.m.
morning.
Yep.
Yep, the 5 a.m. Inuyasha. Alexander! Yes!
Alexander
Alexander.
Hephaestion.
Yes, precisely. Hold, please. I need to
Okay.
read these private messages.
Oh,
The secret
no.
gay history of ancient Egypt. Thank you, Miss Green Kitty. I'll have to read that later. Continue with telling me about Homestuck.
Okay, so Homestuck is, so I feel like this is something that you should at least have some knowledge, not some knowledge, but like have some awareness on, because it is essentially a webcomic experience.
Like I said, I've seen people dress up like it. I know like what some of the characters look like, but I have no like context for it whatsoever.
Okay, so Homestuck is a webcomic starting about this boy named John, who is really excited to play this new video game on his computer with his friends. But the thing is, when they load up the video game ends the world. And it's weird because even though the video game is ending the world, their own reality in itself is acting like a video game, as in they have an inventory and they have like means of like synthesizing items and shit, and it's a video game, it ends the world, and through that they're in the video game having to recreate a new world and become the gods of the new world. And along the way they meet some trolls from another planet that do the exact same shit as them. And then from there, nobody paid attention other to the fact that the trolls had a strange shipping dynamic when it came to relationships. And that was a whole mess in itself. And they die a whole bunch, but it's never canon when they die, because there's a million timelines and nothing fucking matters. I'm trying to go off the top. I'm literally going off the top of my head because it's been a long time. Oh man, and it's just a wild trip of it's basically an adventure that's captured through text logs, a few like GIF style panels, some really wild ass animated sequences that took like maybe 2 years to update. Where the creator just drops it and then leaves for another 6 months. Which, by the way, the update schedule for this comic was never consistent. You could get like 6 pages of something in a day, and then the next day you get another 12 pages, and then you won't see anything for a year, and then it updates again, and then you'll have like a week straight of content, and then like 3 weeks of nothing. And he would never say when the updates were happening; they would just happen randomly. So you'd have to keep checking the website.
But it was super popular.
Yes. It was disgustingly popular.
I flew under that radar, I suppose. What year was this?
Oh god, I think 2000 and between 2000 and I remember becoming aware of it in like 2012. And then I had to go and read through it, and I'm like, what is happening?
Where was I in 2012? I
was in college, I know that. I was in my second-ish year? No, I was in my my second year of high school, college.
I don't know where I was.
You were around.
Oh, I maybe. Like,
did you ghost off to another plane?
I think I did.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, heck.
But
yeah, I remember people like dressing up like that and like seeing them everywhere, and I don't understand what's happening.
It was certainly a trip of things to try to understand. One of them.
I was being stupid and like hanging out on Homestar Runner and, you know,
2010 to 2016 was the runtime. Excuse me, 2000. Yeah, it's in the early, like, kind of like towards the 2010s, all the way through 2016 is when it happened. Yeah, so it's a lot of shit happened, and if I send you some of the videos, you'll just be like, what in the goddamn?
man, I wish I had, like, the power to just, like, release something and then people just go completely nuts about it.
That
for
is certainly
absolutely no reason.
I have witnessed being at conventions where you'll have, like, the Homestuck meetups, and you'll have, like, a massive crowd of people just, like, there. Like, just, like, hundreds of people just sitting in a park covered in gray makeup. And covered in gray makeup and pajamas, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And all of a sudden one of them screams update, and they all go completely nuts. And you're like, what is happening?
If I was that guy, I would go to conventions and go to the meetups and then just hit the publish button on my phone and just watch the chaos.
Oh god, that would be so fucking hysterical.
That would be such a power trip.
That, I mean... that would certainly be something.
And then immediately delete it.
Oh my god. I mean, he is of that... Andrew Hussey is of that level of chaotic. He's actually, like the canon and like content of the comic is just so wild that there was I think very early on, he included himself as a character in the actual storyline that would constantly fuck with the meta of the story. And he's been killed by his characters multiple times.
Good lord. This sounds like something that would have been printed and sold at Hot Topic. I'm not gonna lie.
If it came early enough and was hit by the right kind of publishing, I guarantee you it would have been sold at Hot Topic.
Sat gently right next to, you know, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac and Squee.
Oh my god.
Good lord. Anyway, back to dynamics of characters.
Back to dynamics.
Oh
yeah, also the cosplays were made overnight in hotel rooms because people would try to, if a new character was introduced, people would try to be the first ones to cosplay it, so people would, like, make a cosplay within the hour that a comic panel was released. It's scary.
What's wrong with people?
People were, like, intensely into it.
Gosh, I wish that had that influence.
Maybe one
Actually,
day.
I don't because I don't want that much power.
Yeah, that's a lot of, you don't want to deal with some of that. It got kind of nuts.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Anywho.
You're good where you're at, bro.
I'm fine.
You're fine.
I'm fine. Anyway, so we've talked about a couple different character dynamics.
Yeah.
I am a sucker for the lovable bastard.
Grayson does not reflect that in any way.
Not at all. But it's more of not his dynamic with another person, because it changes depending on who it is, but just his dynamic with people in general.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like seeing the different. Yes.
As an RP stance, I like having the variety.
Yeah, I'm definitely for it. I like seeing the different reactions to Grayson as a person, depending. And for characters like that, I just like seeing the varying reactions between characters. Whether it's he opens his mouth and people are like, I'm gonna fucking kill him, or he opens his mouth and people are like, oh, this guy gets it.
Yeah, he's a mixed bag.
Yeah. Which is I'm starting to kind of feel that a little playing Phoebus in the Tuesday night games, because it's playing into a character that is so unapologetically themselves. Like, whenever I'm playing a character, my characters are always kind of conscious of how people receive them. West kind of in this moment, because he is now aware that he might have actual blood relatives, and he's spending time with somebody that may be his blood relative, and he's very receptive to how she acts around him and how she reacts to things he does. So he's in this kind of mood of I don't want to step on any toes, which is very rare for him. Because he'll walk into an establishment. He will literally walk into the middle of court, look at a king, and go, "Hey, buddy, fuck you," if he doesn't like him. Like, he's done that.
Right.
So but at the same time, it's like he's not trying to be an asshole about it. He's just being very much himself. Whereas Phoebus is a little shit who, if he knows he's annoying someone, he might just keep doing it. Just for fun.
Yeah.
He's very unapologetically confident in himself, which is a rare thing for me to play.
Playing a noble is fun.
Oh my god, it's so much fun. It's
You've been missing out, bro.
Oh god, it's clearly, and I'm very much having to think about what I'm saying and maybe even like pre-write some of my dialogue, because I am not very eloquent speaking. Yes. I can write, like I'll go to town writing like a shit ton of like words in a very beautifully scripted manner, but fuck it, I can't do the words with the mouth speaking in front of the person looking at me in the eyeball.
Fair enough.
Yes. Oh,
I get
man.
that. It depends. Like, I don't have a problem speaking to people for the most part.
Yeah.
To my face. Not really. I can do, like, speeches and
oh god,
talk to people.
I absolutely cannot do public speeches, which will be bad if we ever do panels at conventions, because if I have to stand in front of a crowd, if I have to stand in front of a crowd and, like, do, like, a public presentation, I get the shakes. Like, I can't do it.
I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Give me the brain cell, bro.
Oh, you can have it. Please take it.
Thafron who will literally hide under a table if he thinks someone's mad at him.
Oh, me too, me too, Thafron. Me too, buddy. I absolutely am that way.
I know it's Thafron. I always say Thafron.
I get you. Like I'm always trying to correct myself. Like I will swap between the two, but I'm trying to correct myself. Yes, redeemed villains are fun too. I like redeemed villains. I like having them.
Good redeemed villain.
Redeemed villains. Which is funny, because I always try to make an effort to make my villains as irredeemable as possible, and people keep trying.
Well, the thing is, though, like, I don't think, like, villains are innately evil, so it's hard for me to, like, get on the I hate this person no matter what they do.
They're a result of something in their life. People who act out negatively, they're obviously a result of something in their lives that's eating at them, and they feel the need that they need to pass on that pain in order to make themselves feel better. That is usually my hot take on it. There's never I don't think
it's a hot take. I think that's like pretty much like a thing.
I know, but there are people that would argue otherwise.
Yeah, those people have something that is eating at them, apparently.
Yes. Yeah, so
yeah, like I like the redeemed villain. That's a good one.
Redeemed villains are fun. It's always interesting, especially if I'm writing that said villain and they suddenly become redeemed, and I'm like, great, now what do I do with them? Which brings us to in chat, Shortbeard. One of my favorites is Gaara from Naruto, who he turned into such a cinnamon roll after his introduction arc. So when he was first introduced in this tiny little obscure anime called Naruto,
I never watched it.
That's like I said.
I know what it is. Never watched it.
Okay, so there's this goth kid. I'm gonna draw him once we.
I know what he looks like. He's got fishnets and he carries a big thing of sand.
Yes.
Yes, I know that.
So when he was introduced, He was basically written as this rival, almost villainous, psychotic child who, which by the way, they were all 12 when this was happening. Need to remind people, they were all 12 when this first started. It's like when I'm rewatching Card Captors with my girlfriend, and like she's like going through like these perilous journeys to like capture the Clow cards, and I'm like, she's 9 years old. I have to constantly remind myself and Tabitha, like, that girl's 9 years old. She's in 4th grade. She's trying to save the world. What?
I'm sitting in my underwear on the couch eating chips. What am I doing with my life?
Exactly. She is 9 years old and she's saving the world, and I'm here in my pajamas, just eating some Cinnamon Toast Crunch. What am I doing?
Out of the box. Out
of the box. Yes. So, I mean, yeah. So Gara is a character that he was kind of written as like the psychotic kind of villainous character, because he was like, they were doing like the ninja SATs, I will call them.
Ninja SATs.
Yes, that's exactly what they were. I'm gonna save this canvas so I can say
I never really followed Naruto. I didn't watch the series. I saw bits and pieces of it because it was like early in the morning, like it was on, like that kind of thing.
Yes.
And it was just kind of like on. Kakashi is my boy.
I'm
because
not
of course he is.
Surprised.
And there was another guy. I think he was a teacher.
Did he have like a scar across his nose?
He was a big dude.
Big dude.
And he was a big dude, and I think there was a frog involved.
Oh, Jiraiya. Yes.
Yeah,
I
love him too.
Oh, he's fantastic. I love this character. Okay, I'm gonna clear this out. I already saved. Unless, oh, you're doing your thing. Okay.
Hold on. Highlight.
You know,
we should just do a thing where you draw a character from an anime I've never seen, and I try to be like, oh, they look like they're this kind of person, or Lynn badly explains anime.
I can do that.
Anime plot.
I think I can do that for you. I'm gonna draw two characters from a thing that, well, it's gonna be from the same show, but I'm gonna draw two characters that were favorites of mine. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and clear this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's horrifying.
I know, the dreaded clearing the line layer before the color layer. Okay. I'm gonna sketch layer is where I'm at. Alright. This is gonna be interesting. I'm trying to think how I'm gonna draw them. I'm gonna draw them first, and I'm gonna let you try to figure out their personalities and their and I guess I should say their relationship, I should say.
Okay.
The only hint you're getting is these were two of my favorites from this series. At least for the arcs that they were in. Okay. Just gonna do a standard.
Oh boy. Classic
hand on the hip. Yep. Actually,
what is this from?
This is gonna be from Naruto.
Okay. My favorite thing to piss people off is saying Naruto.
No. Oh man, I remember that.
Naruto. Ugh. Damn ninja runs.
Oh my god, those ninja runs, I remember those days. I remember actually trying that at one point, and I was like, I don't understand. This just makes me, like, lose my sense of balance, and I get really dizzy. What is happening? Oh, fuck. Oh god, I gotta think for a second. Hold on, I actually gotta pull up character reference, because there's a point where I forgot how things work. That's what side your hair's on. Alright. I couldn't remember what side their hair's on. I used to draw them every day, mind you, and I just completely forgot what side they parted their hair. So there's like absolutely no point.
Great.
Like these guys were my shit in high school, and I loved them so much. And I just forgot how one guy parts his goddamn hair. So that's where I'm at right now.
I'm looking up types of character relationships and seeing what we got going on here.
I am not drawing the cloak because I don't care.
Oh, you told me about this guy, kind of.
All right, okay? So he is. Hold please.
The only thing I remember you telling me was like, there's this one dude in a crop top, and I was like, oh, yep.
That's all you know.
Brand.
That's all you know. Actually, he might be because he's blonde. Draw the...
I can't think of anything that I would know that you wouldn't know.
I mean, there may be some things that I definitely do not know because crap. Oh, man, I gotta fucking look up reference for these boys. I have not drawn them in years. That's very sad. It makes me sad.
Everyone in chat is like, them.
It's them, and I'm like, yep, it's them. It's the motherfuckers. It's these dumbasses. Oh my god, it's been like ages since I've drawn them. So I'm like I feel like I'm like completely off my rhythm.
You can do it.
I feel like this one would also be your brand.
Really?
Nah. No. Just in that mood alone. But no, this one's my brand. My brand. Okay.
This is like if you split Grayson into two, you get like the zesty side and then like the annoyed side. What the hell are you doing?
What? I'm drawing these little things. Don't worry about it.
All right,
it's important.
Okay. Y'all making me feel old.
It's okay. It's okay. Let's see. I'm gonna reach out real quick while I get my screen adjusted to draw these. Them, yes. As
them.
Them. Okay. As I start to line out this motherfucker.
Good
Then
Lord.
again, like looking back on their dynamic, I'm like, this explains a lot.
It's funny how, you know, things you took in when you were younger, like, just influence stuff later on. It's cool.
Oh yeah, it's fun realizing these things.
And you're just like,
Like,
yep, that's where that came from.
Oh, that's why I'm okay.
Like that, it all makes sense now.
It all makes sense. Dara, your hair is just...
I should put Alistair in that hair.
I mean, you could. It's really nice hair. He has very, very luxurious hair. It's very fluffy.
Is Naruto still going on? Isn't there like a sequel where they're all like grown up?
Yeah, there's a sequel. It's about their children. So everybody who got married and had kids, the sequel is now about their children. and I have no idea what's happening because I don't watch it. I checked out at the end of Naruto.
Usually I like that kind of stuff, but like I think some shows need to just not. You know?
Like there's a way to do it, and then sometimes they just miss the mark completely on actually executing it, and you're like, no.
Yeah.
Like, because I remember another show that you probably did not consume, Bleach. There was a point where
I think I watched like an episode of it.
An episode. Okay. Essentially, that ended the same way Naruto did, but in the sense of I felt like they were trying to copy the Naruto ending. Because it's like, oh, look, we gotta wrap this up real quick. Suddenly, let's have people have established relationships that were never quite fully established or fully fledged. So now everybody's getting married and have kids, and it's just a weird ending. And nobody felt particularly attached to the ending. I sure didn't.
What was another anime that I never paid attention to, but I watched like an episode of it and I was like, eh. It's the one where the people become weapons.
Oh, Soul Eater.
Yeah, I think I watched like the first one. I'm like, eh. See, okay.
Read the manga.
My problem with anime is that if I like it, I'll get way too into it.
So here's my advice. I recommend.
You saw that happen with the
Beastars
show. I was just like, I need to.
I love how you're like sitting down. You're like, I've watched. Like you watch like 6 episodes in a day, and I'm like, good lord.
And I hated every minute of it because I hate that. I did not like that show whatsoever, but I kept watching it.
It was just like a train wreck. You could not look away.
Pretty much.
I feel like your thought process was, when is he going to eat the rabbit? If we're going to keep talking about this, when is he going to eat the goddamn rabbit?
I was like, I get too invested to the point where I get like really mad at the characters, where I'm just like, stupid fucking rabbit. I hate her. I hope she gets like thrown off a bridge. Like I hate her. Like with such, like I do not like her whatsoever.
Do you want to unpack that?
I just think she's a terrible person.
I mean, I can understand that.
Like story, like character wise, she's great. Like she's got like her reasons for doing the things that she does and like all that other stuff.
But you just
like,
don't.
Me
you just don't
personally,
care.
I hate it so much.
That's fair.
Yeah. And like I love Legoshi's adorableness. Like I thought that was great. I liked the relationship he had with like his best friend, the little dog dude.
Oh yeah, Alistair.
Yeah.
That was literally Alistair to me.
Loved Louis. I loved him. He
I'm
was
not
great.
surprised.
Hated her. Hate that stupid rabbit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, I get that. Like, I will be watching something or consuming some form of media, and I'm just like, I really like how this character is written. I really love the story that they're trying to tell. I don't like them, but I fucking love this.
Right? Yeah, that's
like
kind
it's
of
like
how,
it goes against my
like
it goes against my personal preference, but I'm gonna appreciate how well written this is.
Yeah, it's very well written. I mean, I watched all of it in like a matter of 2 days.
Fair. There you go. I got this first in line. So if you want to start trying to figure it out,
it just made me mad. What the hell is coming out of his hand?
Oh, that's a tongue.
Ew! I was gonna say tongue. As,
yeah.
like,
So
a joke, but never mind.
no, that he actually has mouths on his hands that have fully functional tongues, and trust me, there's art of it.
I was actually gonna say like.
Trust me, I've read the fanfics. Yes. Yes, he does. And actually, what he does is he uses those hands to, I'm gonna let you figure that out. You get to decide who this character is. You get to look at him and tell me who he is. While I line this other small, tiny bastard.
Okay, the people who make these characters, they've got to know what people are doing with them, right?
I couldn't tell you.
Like, they're like, hey, I got this idea for this character. We're gonna put, like, mouths and, like, tongues that come out of his hands.
He also
I'm sure
has
that
one on
won't
his
backfire
chest.
whatsoever.
He also has
Of course he does. Of course he does. And he's in... God, this guy.
It's important for you to know that he's blonde.
What a fuck boy.
You already love him. I can hear it in your voice. You already love him.
God damn it.
I can sense it. It's happening. You're growing attached. I forgot how to draw a nose, so it's really pissing me off right now. Sasori, why the fuck have I forgotten how to draw you? Oh my god! Motherfucker, you were my boyfriend in high school. How the fucking dare you? I forgot how to draw you. Ah, I'm so angry now. So what are your thoughts?
I'm just... He looks like a smarmy asshole. He's in a crop top, so he's very sure of himself.
Oh,
Fishnets,
absolutely.
nice touch.
You what? Yes.
He's got long hair. He gives me the vibe that he's a bit of a priss. Like, this is definitely a kind of dude that this is like something I'd make. And I hate it.
Oh, absolutely. So, alright, so, essentially, hold on, as I'm trying to draw this motherfucker out. Actually, no, I'm doing that wrong. I need to actually draw him doing his...
Is that what I need to do?
What?
I need to draw Grayson like that dude.
In that outfit with the hair? I mean, you can.
Outfit, the hair, the tongues coming out of his body. Because, of course.
No, we're not like the arms of Hadar that you summoned on Monday.
Yes. That's what happened.
I am, like, struggling to draw this little goth kid. Well, he's not. Okay, well, we'll figure that out in a second.
Are these bad guys? Are these like the
yes, these are the villains,
but like the assholes? Okay.
Yes, the antagonists. The antagonists.
Okay.
With the complicated
they've got the little headbands, so that means they're students.
No, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
I hate drawing that face. Okay, we're gonna just... Nah. There we go. We're gonna stick with that face. God, it's been so long since I've drawn him. I mean, I was trying to kind of go for his standard mood, but I just went, nah, fuck it. We're just gonna draw you default face. So no, actually the headbands signify that they're ninjas. So they're not necessarily students, although I think canonly Deidara was 19. He was 19.
Well, they had to make him legal because of tongue hands. Come on.
It makes perfect sense, yes.
They know this.
Oh, absolutely, yes, they do. Let me just draw...
The fuck?
Yes, this is exactly what I'm drawing. This isn't some anatomy practice where I'm doing the ball joints. I'm legitimately drawing ball joints.
I was going to ask what that was about because you kind of made him look like C-3PO, and I was like, what the hell is happening?
C-3PO. Oh, that's funny as hell. Thank you for that.
I'm glad my ignorance makes you laugh.
So no, it's fine. So this guy, his body basically is that of a mannequin. Is what I will say.
Okay.
Is what I will say, as I'm gonna let you try to guess how this person is. And this is a cable that's in the stomach. I just don't feel like drawing it all out. Like a metal cable. Right. Nailed it.
Great.
God, it's been like ages. Like I used to draw. These guys used to like be all over my DeviantArt like back in the day. Like
Never had a DeviantArt.
Like I shipped them. That was my thing.
Really?
I did. Yes.
Ah.
Okay. Tell me about this little puppet guy.
Is that what he is?
Yeah.
Um,
Hold on, I gotta try to find that kanji.
he looks like he hates his life.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he just looks like he hates his life. Mannequin body is. I'm assuming. Was he alive at one point?
Yes, actually.
Okay, but not well. Is he just like a severed head on top of a mannequin body?
Okay.
Because that's really fucked up.
God, I feel like I'm gonna butcher this kanji here, and it's terrible that I'm doing that. Because there's like something under here, and I just can't fucking read it. Because the image is so fucking small. Whatever, it's there. It's supposed to represent heart. That's what that says.
Oh, okay.
Because that's his last remaining human body part. His heart, right there. Right there, in that little cylinder on his chest. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I actually had a D&D character that was similar to that. He was a construct with a human heart.
oh man, that's awesome. Damn, I should
Anyway,
make this boy a D&D character. So
I mean, he could be.
So these two are Deidara and Akasuna no Sasori, and they are from an antagonistic group in the Naruto universe called the Akatsuki, which signifies Red Dawn. Their sole duty is to capture the tailed demons that are within people, like how Naruto has a fox demon, so it's their job to capture them and use them for some ulterior motive that was never quite fully explained until the very end, and it was like a whole cop-out. But anyway, so these two were my favorites of the group. They are both artists, respectively.
Of course they are.
Deidara is, yes, thank you, Karabao, the Jinchuriki. So Deidara is a sculptor. As you can see, he sculpts clay, birds, insects, objects. He uses his clay, and like with it, his mouth hands, he kind of uses them to sculpt out objects, and he infuses his energy into it, which makes them come to life, and he uses them as high-powered explosives. And so his whole shtick is art is a bang, which means nothing lasts forever. Art is always fleeting. Like, that's his whole game. He's a very expressionist, I should say, in his work.
What a pretentious a-hole. I love him.
He is a cocky motherfucker who is
cool. I got that right.
Yep, you did. He is absolutely a cocky motherfucker, which is hysterical because in every fanfic I've read, they've downplayed him so much, and I'm like, why are you doing this to my boy?
Him and Grace
he literally like his in his flashback where he was in his flashback where he was introduced to the group that he would be joining, he swore essentially he swore like a deep-seated revenge against one member because he was basically embarrassed by that person. That person, like, he was like trying to act like a tough as nails like little shit. And he's like, yeah, I'm a real big fucking deal. And the one guy's like, no, you're not. And then he's like, motherfucker, you are my life enemy.
Great.
And that was like his whole thing, and it was goddamn hysterical. To me, it was funny. And then Sasori is this. He is 35 years old. I need you to know that right now.
Again, gotta make them legal for the fanfics that are inevitable with
But he looks 15.
hands.
But he looks 15 because yeah, I know. Would you believe this one was my favorite? Go figure. But okay, but the story behind it is essentially his shtick is art is eternal, as in art must be something that will last through the ages, that will completely stand the test of time, and from there it is truly beautiful and it is art if it withstands forever. And so with that, he is also a sculptor in his own sense, but he sculpts puppets, he sculpts mannequins. And it was through that journey where he decided, I myself want to last forever, and so I'm going to make myself a puppet. And that's what he did, and that's his whole thing. So they are both artists with conflicting views on what they believe art is, and they are partners, and they cannot fucking stand each other.
Great.
But it's
dynamic.
like in I think it was stated in one of the character bios that like they're both artists, and they both fucking hate each other, and they cannot stand, the other's, dynamic. But at the same time, they respect each other on that level of, you're an artist. I get it. It's like, I hate you, but you're my art bro. But I hate you.
But I hate you.
I hate you, and I think your art's stupid. So they'd be like constantly giving each other shit on what their art is. It's fucking great.
Good lord.
And naturally, there's like tragic backstories to them and what have you. So I'm gonna save these boys.
Of course.
Like for Sasori, because I have to talk about it. His whole thing came from the fact that he, coming from a war-torn kind of nation, his parents went to war when he was a young child. They never came back, and his grandmother, who was raising him at the time, completely lied about it to his face as a child.
Oh, great.
So he never coped with that in a healthy manner, and so he used his craft that he learned through his grandmother to construct perfect replicants of his parents as puppets and use them to try to cope with his loss. And that didn't settle well at all. So that's where his whole I need things to last forever because my relationship with my parents did not come from.
Good lord. What kind of crap are like people like on when they make these animations?
The same kind I'm on when I make West as a character, apparently.
Good lord.
As I get panicked DMs at the moment. Alright, so let me get rid of these bros. Okay.
Yeah.
What are we drawing next?
What is another ship dynamic that you like? Not really ship. Well, we could say ship because it's a relationship. It doesn't.
Relationship doesn't mean it's a relationship. Doesn't mean it's a romantic ship.
Yes. Correct.
Puppet boy is perfect for sad boy hours. That's exactly where the origins of my sad boy hours came from. Thank you. Oh man, let me think. Character dynamics, character relationships. I don't know. Let's talk about some of yours. What do you got? Oh, I thought I was drawing them. I thought I was doing a select.
Oops.
Whoops.
My favorite relationship between characters. I don't know. I like the bumbling idiot bros. That's always a good one. I mean, we're writing a thing about it.
The bros.
Yes. I think the one that I'm looking at chat and one person said the martyr and the one who cares. That reminded me of a fiasco game I played where because the whole game you actually have a relationship with the person next to you, like character-wise.
Oh yeah.
You have to actually pick it from a list of like, and you have to like use the dice to like buy the choice.
Yes.
And one of the ones that we had was the character who really wanted to be sacrificed by a cult,
Oh,
and the
God.
guy who, and he was like he wants to get into the cult so he can be sacrificed. He's super into that. He wants to do that. And he had a relationship with the person next to him, which was you made a blood pact with the guy next to you.
Oh my God. Blood pact, bro.
So and like it was a thing where if he dies, I die. So you've got one guy who's like super gung ho about being a blood sacrifice, and the other guy who's like, please don't.
Please don't. Consider your options.
Yeah, it was great.
That's amazing.
And then like that person with the blood pact was in a relationship with my character because I was their target because they were my assassin. And like it just kind of went into a circle. It was good stuff. And then like the person who was super gung ho about the cults and like wanting to die, he was the ex-boyfriend of the character next to him.
Oh my God.
It's good stuff. It was a good time. Anyway.
Yes.
I like familial bonds with people because that's something that you can't break as easy, I guess. Like with friendships, you can be like, well, just fuck you or whatever, but like with family, it's a little bit harder.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What else is there?
I'm trying to think of words to say.
And don't get me wrong, I do like romance. Romance is fun.
Romance is fun.
As long as it's not forced. Forced romance is not fun.
Yeah, forced romance is not fun. And, let me think. Oof. I forgot how hands work and arms work.
You got this.
I'm trying so hard.
Aw.
Chat inspired me to draw things, so I'm gonna draw this thing because I remember we talked about it on the server like once. Yeah. So yeah, no. Relationships, family dynamics is always fun. Found family dynamics are also great.
I like them. Grayson does not like them.
Oh, I know.
Grayson
I know.
and Addie do not like them. They do not like them whatsoever.
I understand that in the sense of like Addie definitely does not. It's a foreign thing for Addie, and that's something he just does not understand. And having experience, yeah.
It's like I don't
understand. You're not in my tribe. Why are you doing this? Why?
And Grayson's just like, listen, we don't need to add more to this party, please. What's another fun dynamic?
That's a fun dynamic.
Hate this. What?
The Goth Squad.
The Goth Squad. I miss the Goth Squad.
The Goth Squad's fantastic.
I enjoyed reading them. I really like. I hate to say this. I love Grayson and Shanti's relationship.
Oh my God.
I hate it, but I love it. I love love-hate things, I'm starting to realize. Goth Squad, but I love Grayson playing with his kids, like interacting.
That's so cute. Oh my God.
I love all of that.
Dad Grayson is so good, and it definitely, I guess to me it's like kind of satisfying in the sense of knowing his story.
Yeah. He has
Just-
a lot of.
Like, especially coming from, having grown up with Rhoda as a mother and having to, reach that point in your life where you yourself are a parent, and I greatly enjoy it. Thank you.
Yes, I like this.
Yes, I like this.
Uh-oh. I see something familiar over there. Good lord.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay, it's fine. What? Okay, let's turn this around. What is the worst character relationship you've ever seen in media?
Oh man. God.
What do you hate?
I'm thinking. I actually have to actively think about this because it's like I try to avoid it, so I don't put much thought into it. I hate the character.
Ash says Edmund.
Edmund. Yes, I hate characters that I guess just are bullies without, I don't want to say without cause, but just without, motivation, air quotation, question mark, whatever. I guess just characters that are built to be mean and characters that are built to be, like, I guess, the relationship of having a character that's always punching down on someone. Mm-hmm. And, like, just, like, there's always going to be, like, antagonistic characters that are always going to be, like, trying to punch down on your character, but a character that's just constantly doing it with, like, no sense of relief or rest between, or even having a moment to question why this is happening. Like, just having characters that just needlessly bully, I would say. Characters that are controlling to, like, a very, like...
Like, the funny thing is, though, I can handle all of those as long as there's a reason and a redeemable quality.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it...
That is... All of that can be forgiven if you have those things in a character, I feel. But if it's just that on its own, I think it's awful. Chat says... no personality person somehow gets literally everyone romantically attracted to them.
Yes. Yeah. If it, just a character that's there. I do not like characters that are there for the sake of just flirting, for the sake of just wanting to be the sex object. Like, I know there's an agency to being the person that is very open about, your relationships and being very open about your body choices and whatnot, but having a character solely for only that purpose just is a complete turn off to me, and I do not like it. Like, if you're only there to tell sex jokes and to talk about, like, body parts and stuff, please try to maybe flesh that character out a little more, I would say. It's not...
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. I was gonna say, like, as far as RP goes, you're gonna have characters like that, and I hope that would trigger someone to probe further into that person.
Right, yeah.
Why they are doing, like, why they're being, like, such an a-hole, or, like, why they're doing whatever they're doing. Like, I'd hope that would happen, but a lot of the time they just kind of get looked at and then glossed over, and they just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, yeah. It's like it's what like, especially if you're...
It's a hook.
Yes, that's what I was looking for. It's a hook.
Yeah. It's a quest hook.
Yeah.
Ask them why.
Because they know talking about the thing is what gets the conversation started, but then it doesn't go anywhere after that. Like, yeah, probing further is always fun.
Yeah, like, when I first started playing Grayson elsewhere, he was just a complete asshole. He was not a good person. He was very, very mean, and everyone just kind of ignored him, I guess, for the most part. Like, they yelled at him and then they ignored him. I'm like, why don't you ask him a question, or, Yeah,
I think Phoebus might be kind of skirting that line a bit. It's at least in my game, because he's he's definitely a brat, and I'm aware of the fact that he's a brat. So he's going to have his tendencies where if something doesn't go his way, he's going to be very, bratty about it, and he might have a tantrum. So I know that's going to be he's a fucking spoiled rich kid. Of course he's going to act like that. But I know for a fact that might be something that might turn people off to him as a character, but that's just how he is. And that, for me, I never quite, at least in terms of character dynamic, I never quite understood why people immediately turn themselves off to a character because they display a negative trait. And they're like, oh, I don't like that. I can't deal with that character because they do one negative thing and you're like, that character's an asshole. I completely write them off. And I'm like, you need to give them a chance to get to know them. There might be something more to it.
Yeah. You can't have a character that doesn't have a negative trait, though.
Yeah, exactly. They can't be perfect all the time. Impossible. Even though I would be absolutely the first person to tell you there is nothing absolutely wrong with me. I am a perfect character in every way.
Jesus.
The only character that's allowed to be absolute... Okay, I will correct myself right here. The only character that is allowed to be absolutely perfect in every way is Mary Poppins. And that's it.
I was going to say Kala.
Practically perfect in every way is the only character trait that's acceptable for Mary Poppins. Thank you. That's just where
perfect in every way.
Yes, she is.
Thanks.
She's absolutely precious.
Her only fault is that she's not around a lot.
Because she's out doing druid stuff.
Druid stuff. But honestly, rolling flaws for characters is probably my favorite thing.
Character flaws are fun to explore.
I loved it because I remember I was rolling for Irian when I was first making him. I think I sent you all his stuff that I rolled. I'm like,
This motherfucker.
Look what I rolled for his flaw. Look what I rolled for his flaw. But I think that playing into a character flaw is probably
Oh yeah, it's definitely something fun to do. For sure. I know. At least I know that I'm gearing up for some instances on Tuesday where I'm going to be playing into Phoebus's flaw a bit.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be fun. It's I want to apologize as a player, but Phoebus will not apologize. Just first thing to know right now. There we go. But yeah, no, I love character flaws. I love writing flawed characters. I know in my one in some of my original stories, I have a character that's essentially a protagonist, and she is so, I guess, deeply flawed in the sense of I don't write her to be a likable character. She's very blunt. She will say what's on her mind, and if whatever's on her mind is an insult, she will say it. She's very brash. She's very angry, and so she will be very short with people and just very unapologetic in what she's saying, and people are just like, God, she's such a bitch. And I'm like, yes, that's the point. I need you to find out why she's a bitch. And then when you find out why she's a bitch, you're like, oh, her life was ruined because she's possessed by the literal devil. No shit.
Of course.
Thank you for coming to this TED Talk.
Negative side effects of that.
Just a bit, just a little bit, No big deal. Just a blood curse in the family. It's nothing to be upset about. It's what every young girl goes through. It's that coming of age moment where you're, possessed by Satan. Satan! I'm loving this goth squad. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna read chat for a hot second. Let's see. No personality.
I have to go do a thing real quick because the doggo. So hold on one second.
Oh, doggo. Okay. Let's see. No personality person somehow gets literally everyone romantically attracted. Yes. The character itself may be attractive, but otherwise droll. Let's see. Oh, Grayson. He came back with no memory of their previous interactions, and Lilith got really pissed at him. If I'm recalling correctly, she hair whipped him. Oh no. Back to Homestuck. I hated Gamzee. 0 redeeming traits. Creepy with severed heads. Abusing a partner, etc., etc. Yeah, that was a rough ride to go through. I know at first, I will admit it, I think when I first started reading through Homestuck and we got to the troll arc, Gamzee was a character that I liked, but in the sense of, oh my god, this guy's stupid funny and he's high all the time, and then when we started getting into the psychoticness, I went, hold up. Pull it back. Let's not. And then they kept doing it, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna just not. Oy. If I'm gonna have an unapologetically garbage character to say that I liked, I enjoyed it. I'll say Eridan was amusing. Vriska is a fun character to explore, I feel. She did so many shitty things to her friends, to her best friend and LARP partner. That was nice. Yeah, no. Okay. I love how I got a little too into drawing this scene. But here we are, and we're drawing it, and it's happening. It's a goth squad sleepover. As I am hopelessly left to riff by myself and hope that Lynn returns soon. I need a friend to talk to. Let's see. So Ash, the character that I was talking about from my original story, Lilith actually met her in Tavern. A certain fire-haired princess came wandering, and I was trying to explore some character traits with her, and so she showed up in Tavern one day, and I'm still kind of building her. She's interesting to say the least.
I'm back.
You're back! I'm so happy.
I'm back.
So unapologetically Garbage Man, look no further than Stranger is what chat says.
Yep.
He's the most garbage of characters I've made, and I love him very much. He's smelly.
He is fun.
He's fun. He's fun. Oh man. I've thought about days where I could play him in a campaign, and I'm like, other players would hate me. I would have fights with people about him.
Can we? Okay. You know what? I'm going to suggest this. If anyone thinks I should do it, let me know. But what do you think about me DMing a one-shot just garbage group and seeing what happens?
Oh man.
Like everyone just get their worst characters, throw them together, and just see what happens.
Just watch the fire.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll be like a really simple one-shot with like, hey, go do this thing.
Go do this thing.
And then I'll just watch you guys derail everything. Like, it'll be the garbage crew.
The garbage gang.
Pineapple will be involved.
Please, please, I need to get that beautiful woman's number. We have to party together.
Oh God.
What was I said oh man, it's probably one of the weirdest things that Jeremiah and I have come up with, but it's so fucking hilarious.
Garbage gang. Steph says garbage gang.
Well, we were talking about because we were talking about a thing related to comic stuff in the sense of projects that we're collaborating on, and we got on the topic of how to what kind of female voice you would want to make for specific characters. And Jeremiah's obvious choice is the most beautiful woman voice that he has ever made in his life, and that is that of Pineapple Purple Swamp. The way past her prime trash fairy, yes.
The trash fairy.
Yes, that wonderful trash fairy. I
don't think I have any garbage characters. Who would be my garbage character?
Arian.
he's not garbage though. Like not to your all's
No, I know,
garbage.
I know. He's not. He's probably the most tame. He's, if not, probably like a really tame character. You can always make a garbage character.
I've played him a little bit. I could make a garbage character.
You probably could make a very garbage character. It's once
He'd be a very good-looking garbage character, probably.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
this I know.
He's very sophisticated and like good-looking, and as soon as he opens his mouth, it's just high-pitched squealing.
Okay, Grayson.
Rocco is my garbage character.
Rocco probably could be, yeah.
He's not that bad.
I know he's not that bad.
He's really not. He just his job like takes a lot out on him. Okay.
Okay. Let me think. What about what's his name?
I know a garbage character that we have for a certain thing that we're doing.
I'm trying to remember.
He's pretty garbagey.
He's pretty garbagey. Does he like foie gras?
Yes.
I
He does.
Knew it. I knew it. I was like, hold up. Let me think about this.
Yes,
I love how that's
that
code
one.
now.
Does he like foie gras?
Does he like foie gras? Yes, he's an asshole. Fuck him.
When we he'll be like phrasing.
Right. He'll be like, I mean, if you want. God, he would say that. He would say that.
He would absolutely say that. That hurts me.
Oh man, he likes foie gras. Fuck that guy. He's like, well, ideally, yes.
God, I hate that guy.
He's such. Oh man. Watch, it'll be like another like 2 weeks, and then we'll release some content, and then everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, that's what you were talking about."
Well, we've released his image on the Patreon before.
We just haven't released any more information on him.
The Zesty tier actually saw a lot of him.
Oh, the Zesty tier definitely saw a lot of him.
He's like my only garbage character, I think. Like true garbage.
Ash is asking if she should make Edmund in 5e.
Ew.
Make him as an NPC so that we can encounter him and then throw him in the harbor. He'll just show up in the inn, and then Dis will just get up and be like, nope, and just grab him and throw him outside.
Can we put Edmund in the comic and just have that happen?
Oh my god. Oh, Lynn, I have so many scenarios in my head.
Oh, Lord.
I have so many scenarios in my head. Especially...
Like, just something that's happening in the background.
I mean, I'll have a whole subplot.
You just see him... Oh,
I will write a whole subplot. It's like, no, we're gonna stop and just mess with this guy in particular.
You know where he would be? He would be at that one place that is going to happen.
I know he will, and that's where...
He would be there!
Which brings me to my question of if he would have been encountered by other characters.
Probably.
And in a manner of, you know.
In a manner of, you know?
You know.
I'll ask for clarification on that later.
Okay.
Who knows where my brain is
I will
going
literally
you know.
yell it in the DM real quick.
Okay. I just want Alistair to punch him in the face again.
Also, apologies for butchering the mirror. I'm trying to do like a little design.
How did I know that's what you meant?
That's exactly what I meant. Why would you question me?
I knew that's what you were talking about, but
You just didn't. You weren't sure.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Simply because they're too similar. Like, as far as like, less of an asshole. But,
So, if I were to put a scenario to this, I'm trying to think how to word. Fuck it. We're just gonna do secret messages today, guys. I hope you get the reference.
Secret message.
I do hope you get the reference. If not, I'll have to explain it. I'll feel really weird explaining it.
No, I 100% get that, yeah.
Okay.
Secret messages.
Also, I love that Grayson's doing
What?
Daphne's
What
eyeliner.
How's this for a character ship dynamic?
Oh no, I'm scared.
You should be.
I'm very afraid of what might show up in my DMs.
There you go.
Sometimes Lynn sends me questionable things in my DMs. I need the public to witness that. That Lynn sends me very questionable things at very odd hours. Like it'll be like
Vic, are you
maybe
in public right now?
it'll be like maybe 7 a.m. and all of a sudden I'm getting something questionable from Twitter or a video from Imgur and I'm like, what is happening? Yes, absolutely. I will start writing that right now.
Oh God.
I now have a whole story in my head for it, and that's going to be a fun
Great.
arc to cover. Subplots. Also, sometimes we just randomly plan comic things when we should not be.
Of course.
Do we want to color this? That's my question.
I kind of like the sketchy look to it, though.
I love Saffron's little ankle boots. Yeah. Now I have to draw Grayson holding an eyeliner pencil, and I'm not ready for it. I hate drawing hands holding things.
Okay, I just sent you a whole bunch of stuff. Sorry.
No, it's good. That's exactly what was going through my head. Thank you for reading my brain cell that I sent in for scanning.
Okay, good. Glad we're on the same page, like we always are.
So sometimes this thing happens where, like, I'm over here, right? Like, there's me. And I just mail over with my long arm.
That's a foot, don't lie.
That's with my leg. Mail over the brain cell to Lynn, who then takes it and just scans it. And then that's how we write the comic.
Seriously though, like some of the weird coincidences we've gotten into.
I will never forget the moment where I opened a package of a fruit by the foot and there were 2 rolls in there, and then you immediately messaged me with a picture saying, "You'll never guess what happened to me." And you send me a picture of a fruit by the foot with 2 rolls in it, and I'm like, how the goddamn did that happen? That scared me so bad.
No, the Witcher one will always be the spookiest one for me.
The Witcher one was super spooky. We didn't tell each other.
That was the first one.
Yeah, that was like so we didn't tell each other that we were going to start watching The Witcher. Like, it was just on a whim of, from my end, I was like, hey, let's watch The Witcher. Like, to you know, the love of my life, my significant other, the other half that is hiding in the back room right now. I was like, I want to watch The Witcher because it's a show I want to watch, and I fucking love that video game. And so we just sat down and started watching it. And then I just felt so compelled to text Lynn in a moment about it. And then Lynn's like, Vic,
And no, I think you said, hey, this knife scene in The Witcher is super cool. Like,
Yeah, I was like, it reminds me.
And
yeah.
I'm like, excuse me? And I was like, I'm watching that exact same scene. What's your timestamp? And I think we were like 3 minutes off from each other.
Yeah, we were like 3 minutes
or
apart.
something. Oh, it was stupid.
That was the wildest thing. Oh my god. That was super spooky. That knife scene was really good though.
It was very good.
I was like, hello.
There's been other times that we've done that too, but I just can't remember.
Sucker.
Like it's gotten so frequent that I've stopped counting.
You're just like, are you surprised? Like, I'll yell about it, and then you're just like, are you surprised at this point? And I'm like, no.
So I found an article that we should talk about while you're continuing to write.
Draw this boy.
So, as far as character relationships, this is specifically for romance and the mistakes that people make when writing them.
Yes. This is my brand.
So
What's up?
this is
Would you believe that I am staring at my own hand that is currently drawing a hand that is holding a pencil, and I cannot draw a hand holding a pencil while I'm staring at my own hand holding a pencil?
I do it all the time. It's fine.
I'm just like, how the fuck do I do this?
Anyway, first thing, like, okay, this is a list of mistakes that writers make when they are crafting romantic relationships in stories. Would you like to hear them?
Oh, absolutely.
Number 1, glamorizing abuse.
Oh, top one. That's good. That's good. That's right at the top.
Right at the friggin' top is glamorizing abuse.
That's a good one.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't romanticize that. That's not fun. And I mean, and I know that maybe some people are. I mean, obviously there are people that will be glamorizing abuse, and you're like, hold up, don't do that. Right? And it, I feel like it's like learning from example, because you will take certain stories and fictions that you have read, and in your mind you're like, this is great, and I like this is fantastic, without even thinking about the context of what is happening or taking a step back to realize that maybe that this behavior is not okay. So yeah, it's kind of, learn to recognize the signs of abuse so that you yourself can kind of take a moment to think, maybe I shouldn't write my character trying to manipulate this other character by dictating everything that they wear, or dragging them around to be by their side 24/7, like, or trying to.
Syndrome's a thing. That's what people would say.
Fucking go read another book. It's like, I'm sorry that's where you've had to learn from your mistakes, but please go read another book.
Number 2, instant romances. Also a good point.
Yes.
Their suggestion, like, because they'll give like an example of like how to like not do that.
Oh, my phone.
And it says like, you can write intensity without making your characters be in love right off the bat.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Oh my god, this is also the White Streak crew, technically.
It is.
They all have a white streak. I love it. They've got a whole thing going on.
Trauma.
Lovely trauma.
Thanks, the trauma.
Also, I'm giving Grayson a cat eye because I feel like he would be wearing one right now.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so what's the suggestion?
It says, if you want to keep your relationship realistic and keep your readers fully immersed, you have to give it the appropriate amount of time.
Yeah, pacing is always important.
Good God, are you the one for the slow burn?
Yes?
Yes?
You got something to say to me, Lynn?
I love it, and I hate it, and I love it.
It's like, you're just like, when are they gonna kiss? And I'm like, not yet.
Not yet. Slow burn.
Like oh my god, we've got a slow burn sort of happening in the tavern roleplay right now.
God. You know, it's funny because when I finally sat down and watched Pride and Prejudice, I was just kind of.
Now you see where I'm coming from.
Just be like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, there's a park.
See, now you see where I'm coming from.
Yes.
I thrive off of that. Give me a romance like a Regency era Jane Austen piece where you're pining so intensely from 6 feet away and you dare not touch the other or else your reputation be ruined.
God, that's some crazy bullshit.
Some good shit right there.
Number 3, making a single person passive in the relationship.
Yeah, no, I'm not about that.
Another mistake.
I mean, I know there are characters that
in bold.
Yes.
In bold, it says this is both unrealistic and just boring.
Yeah, the whole, we'll do whatever you want to do, and like the whole relationship centered around the more dynamic character. That's not. Which I know there are character dynamics where there is always going to be the introverted character and then the extroverted character, which that's always a fun one sometimes. And there are good relationships that do feed off of that for sure. I know I have been in a few like friendships where I have been friends with like severely extroverted people, and
that's exhausting.
God, it's so exhausting. I love them to death, and I thank them for being extroverted because I am not very good at speaking up in public. So if I'm trying to get someone's attention, it's like, hey, can real quick, and like nobody hear me, and then the extroverted friend will be like, hey.
There you go.
I just scared the cat. Oh no. Because I think I spoke in that tone that I do and he knows he's in trouble, so he woke up like, what did I do?
Oh.
I'm sorry, Rue. I'm so sorry. Here, let me give everyone a view of the cat startled from his tree. Here's his little tree perch, and he just went... Yeah. He just went, what? Yeah. Oh no.
I love.
He's a bastard, but he's cute. Okay. Don't tell him I said that about him though.
But he's cute.
Yeah, that cat can never know he's adorable.
All right, this next one is a good point. It says writing relationships without commonalities is like a big no to do, which I do agree with after reading this. It says if you can't really answer why they're together other than the fact that they need to be together for the plot, you have to do some adjusting.
Yes, agree.
Characters can't just be involved for the sake of conflict in a story. And it says, if those two people need to be in a relationship for your plot to work, then you need to put just as much effort into their dynamic as a couple as you do for the entire plot of the story.
I very much agree to that. Yeah, there has to be commonality. There has to be, doing it for plot reasons is not. I don't think it's a good reason, and especially if you're trying to only. I guess I'm trying to think of how to word this. If the points in their relationships are only significant as a plot element or a plot hook, then it's not. It could be better.
Not good.
It could be improved. I say it's something to definitely look at and to reflect on. If you're like, okay, these characters are only together, because I want them to be together, which that's fine. I too write characters where I'm like, I have two characters here. I would very much like for them to kiss their face holes. I want to see that happen. How do I make that happen? I have to figure out a way. Like, it's like you're I don't want to say it's like you're piloting real people because these are fictitious people, but you have to treat it like it's a real relationship in the sense of how would you go about, like, going into their shoes, figuring out how it'd work as an actual relationship to make it a believable one so that your audience could enjoy it as well. Because
I agree.
Yeah. And I keep wanting to check my phone, but my phone is dead. This is a travesty. My phone's never dead.
Number 5 is
Oh my
never
God.
allowing for vulnerability.
You want a slow burn?
Yeah.
Commented on the topic of slow burn, Fifi and Yuli.
God, that's a slow burn.
That's the slowest of burns. That's slower than I can handle. I want to see it happen, but oh my God, I know it's going to take forever. I feel like I need to add more to this picture, but I just don't know what.
Saffron's just like, I can't see.
Grayson took his glasses off, and now he's uncomfortable. And he's getting jabbed in the eye with a pencil.
Yes.
God, it's been forever since I've worn eyeliner, so I'm like, I feel like I'd have the same reaction nowadays. It's like somebody comes at me with an eyeliner, I'll be like, ah.
I wear contacts, so like stabbing myself in the eye is not that big of a...
Yeah. I can do other people's eyeliner, but I sure as hell can't do my own. I can make a damn good fucking cat eye. Thank you.
I can't do cat eyes for the life of me.
Bro, I'll give you a cat eye.
Thanks. I'll look like a very small gremlin.
You'll look like the most beautiful gremlin with the sharpest wings that you could stab your enemies with.
Oh, great. Slow burn. What else is a slow burn?
Slow burn.
I don't know. I feel like all of them are slow burns. Like, all the ones that we've made. For various projects.
Oh yeah. I mean, slow burns are fun. That may or may not be my bread and butter. So, I mean, yeah. I think... I'm trying to think about my own personal works where I've had slow burns, and I'm like, wait, I technically have one that I'm writing in a story that's being read by one person at the moment. Mm-hmm. So there is a slow burn happening there. And I know that there was... Like, there's another relationship that I just really wanted to happen because I love it very much and I just wanted them to already be established. So I just, like, completely skipped over the entire courtship and romancing and I went, fuck it, they're married.
Oh, there you go.
So that's usually a fun way for me to already get a relationship going. Pre-established.
I mean, we've done that.
Oh, yeah. That's
before.
I mean, oh, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Which, it's always fun to go back and explore how it happened, in my opinion.
I agree.
Because that's just like, oh, they're already so established. They've been married for 5 years or 10 or 20 years. How did it happen? Well, you see, and then you have that whole thing, and it's like, oh my God, it's so cute. Seeing them, like, learn to grow as a couple. That's fucking precious.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I feel like I want to draw something else, but I'm like, where?
I honestly, like... This is gonna sound awful, but, like, Grayson's parents are some... Like, it's not good. Like, it's not a good relationship, but I really do like the dynamic that they have.
Oh my God, no, when we were talking... Oh man, yeah, the conversation we were having the other day about Rhoda as a character, that was a fun one. I was having the time of my life, believe it or not.
Like, the parents, like, have the relationship that they have together and, like, how complex it is. Love it. And it's sad, though, because I feel like no one's ever going to, like, find out any of that. Like, I feel like no one's going to find out a lot about, like, all of these intricate backstories that all of these characters have because there's, like, not enough time or, like, there's no way to do it. Are people even going to be interested? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
But, like,
who knows?
I don't know. Like, I find it so intriguing, and I think that's what makes really good characters when, like, characters have such deep-seated lore to them that make them who they are, instead of just being like, oh, this guy's a pirate.
This guy's a pirate.
All right.
He's just a pirate.
All right.
Personality trait, pirate.
Personality trait, pirate. Cool. What else? He likes
He's
he
a
likes
pirate.
everyone. Like, he wants He wants to bang everyone.
Oh my god, he's a pirate because pirates have to play it fast and loose. I mean,
Ugh, God.
oh, I have a fun. I'm like speaking of pirates. You'll love this one actually. Because for some reason I'm on a kick of talking about my own projects. So I had some characters back in the day. One of them was a pirate, and the other one was a noble merchant, and they met because the pirate was trying to take the merchant ship.
Yeah.
And that's how they met.
Don't we have a fanfic of that for like Disgrace in like a Western setting?
We might. But no, like originally that was a thing I had between two characters where it was like a noble merchant and then the pirate boarded the ship and was trying to, you know, pillage the ship, and there was like a whole standoff between the merchant and the pirate, and like the merchant like managed to outsmart the pirate captain, and they're like, "Oh, I like you." And then it just flashes forward and it's like, "And that's how I met your mother." Oh man.
Roll up.
Yes. All right. Goth Squad is gone. Is done.
Goth
they are
Squad.
done.
Dunsies.
Dunsies. Save. How? Okay. Gosh Squad. Boop. Save.
I like the character dynamic between our two paladins.
Yes, I love that so much.
Can we talk about them?
Yeah, we can draw them.
Okay.
There you go.
We can
Donuts.
we can discuss a little, well, because people know who he is.
Oh, absolutely.
Both of them. Are we talking about the same person?
So what?
Are we talking about the same people? Not the bros.
No, I know not the bros.
I mean, they're technically bros, I guess.
Yeah, no.
No.
Oh.
The first one and the other one.
Oh, I got you now. Okay, yeah, let's talk about them. We can draw them and everything.
Oh Lord. Gotta get my reference for him.
Get your reference.
They're not good.
They're not.
Like, but
I mean, we have introduced them, so we can talk about them.
We have. Yeah, we have. We
Talk
haven't.
about
We just won't go into their backstories, I guess.
Yes.
Would be okay. That's fine. We'll send each other secret messages on what we can and can't talk
Secret
about.
messages. But I mean,
we can talk about them as characters, I guess, kind of.
So yeah, and which I feel it's
Okay,
good.
we'll do that.
Yeah, it's good to kind of like have like an introductory talk about them, in the sense of
He's
we have
getting a bio. He is,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely, yeah, of course,
Okay.
I'm getting that
Okay.
written up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do
so-
see that actually.
I'm working on it.
I see that. Thank you.
Gosh, these demands.
Which do you want to draw one of them and I'll draw the other one, or
Yeah, let's do it.
which one do you want?
I'll take foie gras because I like how you draw the other one.
Okay.
Foie gras is now code at this point.
I mean, people know his name.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, it's fine.
All right. Yeah, I mean, so in the sense of, it's good to have characters.
Who do we have on chat right now? Let me look.
Who's
and
on
see
chat? Because I can't see because my phone died, so I have to like maneuver through windows on my computer.
You got a couple. Okay. I was seeing if there was like anyone super like important in chat, but they are not.
Super important in chat.
Mhm.
Shame. Such a shame.
Okay.
Right.
Shame.
So, shame. Absolute shame. I love how that summons Shane every time.
What? Oh.
I'm sorry, Shane. Right, so...
I'll get to
Okay.
work on this guy.
Alright, you go on that side. I'll go on this side. Right, so, and, you know, it's going to be fun to talk about these guys a bit, because, you know, we have the bros, and the bros are a specific dynamic, and then, naturally, when it comes to any narrative story, draw that, whenever you have a protagonist...
Y'all getting exclusive stuff right here.
This is Alistair exclusive.
Yep.
So, yeah, so, you know, whenever you're having protagonists in a narrative story, it's always good to have a foil of some sort. So these guys are essentially what you would call the foils to Alistair and West being the good bros.
Because I believe we're gonna talk about them.
Oh.
They're like a big Alice episode anyway. So
Oh, right, yeah.
this will be like our little test.
Which, yeah, but in all fairness, we don't know who's showing up in the one shot.
Yeah.
We don't know anything about the one shot.
That's gonna be super fun.
All we know is that Jesus was just like, "Hey, I have it done," and we're like, "Oh,
Look at Boisterous Bard's response."
mother." Oh my god. This is gonna be a fun journey with this comic. Oh crap, now I need my reference. How dare I? I have to rely on my computer for this. God damn it.
Do you want me to send? Oh wait, I guess it really doesn't matter.
It doesn't, because I gotta go through my computer because my phone died.
Yep.
Hacking phone.
Too deep into.
And I have to actually pull up. It's funny, I don't have any of his pictures saved from the drive itself into my computer. I just have the Zesty tier art, so I'm gonna have to use that as reference.
I mean, that's fine.
That was gonna come out and be like, "What are you working on?" I'll be like, Nothing. Nothing. Oh dear lord. That was certainly a thing I drew. Do you ever just go back and you're like, I certainly drew that?
Ash says that pretty jerk.
Yeah, it certainly runs in the family, is what I'll say.
Yeah.
And I'll let everyone think on that one.
Well, I think it's been discussed before.
Yeah, it definitely has.
I got them commissioned.
Absolutely. And they were the most precious commissions I have ever seen.
I know, it was great. So yeah, they're technically bros.
Technically. I wouldn't call them best bros, but they're certainly bros. They certainly do hang out together. Oh, man.
I mean, they were in the promo.
They were, yeah.
Chapter 00.
Chapter 00. Yeah, so that's why we can draw them and talk about them.
That's a good enough reason for me.
So this is... Augie is totally his name, even though he will correct you and tell you his name is Augur, but trust me, it's Augie. At least according to Alistair, it's Augie.
Told you that's not my fucking name.
I feel like Alistair's gonna get hit one day.
Oh, he probably already has.
Aww. Oh man. I'm sad that this character came a little too late because he would have been perfect in the high school AU.
Oh, this guy?
Yes.
He would have been running with Aaron and stuff.
Oh, Aaron.
Yeah. Jay and Silent Og is what Shane says.
God damn it, that's good. Don't make... Oh, man, now we gotta... Oh, no. That has to be art. That has to be art. I like his ears. Like, his ears are a really good design that you did.
Oh, his little, like, weirdo ears.
His weirdo ears. Wow.
His weirdo ears. Well, like, I don't like. They're like they're weird. Like they're like kind of cow ears. I guess.
Yeah, kind of cow ears, but they're like thinner than cow ears.
Yeah.
I like how they look. They're very different. Like when it comes to like drawing like like ears on a character, it's certainly a very different shape, and I do enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's just trying to remember how it goes, and you're like, son of a bitch. Okay. Remembering.
Ash, he is not an orc. I will
Nope.
say that right now.
He is not. No.
No, he is not an orc.
He looks like one, but he's not.
Should we talk about that? Like what he is?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to. If you think it's
I
too
will
much.
say no. Oh no, definitely not. So, in the world of Alistair, we will say. I mean, have we established that orcs are a race in that world?
I mean, they are.
Right. So. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, actually, it does make sense for his character. So he does look like an orc, but technically is not. In the sense of there are individuals in this world that, due to reasons that is completely outside of the story, and dare I say, because this is a D&D inspired story.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's a D&D inspired story that we are publishing, there are specific words and phrases that we cannot use. So therefore, because of that, we decided to encompass some lore ideas and create, in a way, our own diverse race of characters. And that diverse race coming from a infernal bloodline, I will say.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of oh no, did I do that thing I did?
What'd you do?
I drew on the line layer. I sketched on the line layer.
Oh no, what did you do?
I sketched on the line layer, bro. I didn't layer check.
Can you lasso it, cut it, and then go to sketch and paste it?
You just might save my life.
That might work.
Oh my god, you saved my life.
Did it work? Did it work?
Hold on. Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Nope! What the
did
fuck?
it work?
Wait, hold on. It did, but then it did something else entirely. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. People get to watch me struggle with the lasso tool. Eh.
Here, I'll just make you another layer. Right on the do your line work on the shenanigan layer.
Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot there was a shenanigan layer. Oh my god.
Yeah. For when you do your shenanigans. Here, let me make one in between one so you can have a color.
Okay, thank you.
So line will be your sketch, layer one will be your color, and then shenanigans.
And line will be my mistake.
Problem solved.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, it was
But yeah,
it was
so,
noticed that we didn't have a layer check all episode, so it was due.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, so so basically him coming from an infernal bloodline, which is kind of found its way around the continent, I will say. Certainly not from the same individual, but from many of circumstances as they are. People of infernal bloodline kind of, migrated around, I will say. And with that, essentially a whole kind of, I don't want to say half-breed. I feel like that's not a good word to use. Half-blooded.
Subrace?
Subrace, yes. kind of like a sub race came around that essentially, yeah, is where is essentially what Augur is.
Yeah. And it's not uncommon.
No, it's not. It's very common. Some people have more noticeable features than others. Depending on where they came from, depending on who their parentage is, or how strong the bloodline is, they will have specific features that reflect on that parentage, that reflect on that actual heritage. I'd say Augur is, gosh, he'd be like, I'm thinking about the timeline, and I'm like, 3rd generation?
Yeah.
So, like, as the generations go on, like, it kind of, I don't want to say, like, lessens, but certainly kind of weans out, but there will be specific traits and characteristics that do stand.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole interesting thing.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do, like, a Patreon that goes more into, like,
Ooh,
that
yeah.
backstory. Lore. If you guys like lore, we'll do like lore updates or something.
Yeah, world lore updates. That'll be fun. We'll like come up with a thing for that. That'd be cool. Okay.
Yes. So these guys have a very interesting relationship.
Do they?
I think they do. I like their relationship. Like, I do.
I mean, that's fair, yeah.
It's interesting. We can't go too much into their dynamic for each other, but they're friends. We'll give them that.
Yeah. Yep.
Obviously this one's more of the grump.
I couldn't tell. They certainly do sit together at lunch, I will say. In the great paladin cafeteria of the order, that they do sit together for lunch.
I'd like to play him at some point.
We can.
Augur at some point.
We can.
I'd like to. Augur and Jayon together. I'd like to.
We have a whole roleplay tavern for that.
We do.
We should give it a shot one day.
Just bring them in, Jesus.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
Sister Sarah just like, excuse me.
Get back to work. Look like walk in, she'll be like, alright, there's enough of you here, get out. Go back to training. There we go.
I will say they both take their jobs seriously.
Oh, very much so, yeah. I'm trying to think where Augur's I'm trying to think of, in the sense of, I know Jayon's motivation. Jayon's motivation for sure. He knows what he wants as a paladin.
Mm-hmm.
Augur's more interesting of a character in the sense of he's very, I don't want to say he's soft spoken, but he's very quiet and to himself. So he's not very open about his own aspirations. So, I mean, that might be something to explore later.
Mm-hmm. He is the kind that will sit and listen more so than speak.
Yes.
I think is a good way to put that.
Okay, he's more of a, I'll let you lead the way, and then we'll see where to go from there.
Yeah. Very, I guess, passive.
Passive, patient, what I'd say, probably, yeah. It's a little more yellowish in the skin tone. There we go. Yeah, I feel Jaeon would be the more emotive between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Jaeon's Jaeon being a little bit more emotional, more of the heart, and Augur himself being a little bit more of a calculated thinker, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah. I like him as a character. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, I like him too.
There we go.
I definitely like Augur's look for sure.
There we go.
Man, if I was gonna build him for, if you were gonna build Augur for a like to actually play in an actual campaign, or like just in a one shot, what kind of stat build would you have for him?
He would be a paladin,
Oh yeah.
obviously.
What
But
subclass would you want for that?
I think he would be. I feel like he would have really high, like, wisdom. I feel
Yeah.
like he's definitely that type. Like,
He's
I don't
that
know, like,
type.
that type. He's that.
That motherfucker.
I think it's also kind of cool that he's not outwardly an a-hole.
I feel like he's the kind that would give you a backhanded compliment in the sense of you're like, oh thanks. Wait, what?
You're like, what?
What the fuck did you just say?
And he's just like, take it or leave it, and then he just leaves.
Right.
All right.
Like, oh, okay.
But I don't feel like he's the type to like get like physically like.
Oh no, he's not.
Like that.
No, I don't see him as a brawler at all.
No, not at all. He's smarter than he gives off, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He's got his two-tone dyes.
Yeah, I like the heterochromia. It looks nice.
Yeah. That was because I couldn't decide what eye color to go with.
And I said, why not both?
Why not the both? I think you even sent me that little gift too.
I did. Alright, I'm gonna go look at paladin subclasses. Oh.
I think you'd be the same as Alistair, honestly.
Oath of the Ancients?
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a article ranking best paladin oaths. That's always fun. Let me grab someone else's opinion. Let's see. Ooh, that's cool. Oathbreaker Paladin comes at number 3. So they have Best Paladin Oaths ranking for 5th edition. 1 is Oath of Vengeance, 2 is Oath of Conquest, 3 Oathbreaker, 4 Oath of Devotion.
Mm-hmm. That's what I have Alistair as for the one tribe. That fits him more, I feel, as far as his devotion.
Oath of Redemption, Oath of the Crown. Ooh. Hold up, let me look at that one. If you're looking to play a defender with decent role-playing flair. Oh, I like that. That'd be a good build for him. So basically, it's a tank subclass. Where, let's see, you draw hostile fire, you absorb damage, and you use taunts to focus attacks towards you.
Yeah,
I like that. That sounds like Augie.
Name's Augie.
His name's Augur. There's gonna be a point where he's gonna get tired of it. He's like, whatever. Just like,
Oh, I think he's already past that.
right. It's okay, Augur. I too understand the pain of somebody never getting your name right.
Mm-hmm.
I know that feel.
With my first name, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
not to the same extent, but it's not fun.
Yeah, no, it's nice. Somebody addresses you and your full name, you're like, who the fuck are you talking to?
There he is.
Yep. Him, that
Got
motherfucker.
him.
Aw, Jayon. He looks so good.
He's fun. I can't believe you didn't make that connection that one time. Until I had to tell you.
Don't at me, bro.
It's like, excuse me? I'm like, yeah.
God, it was so obvious.
I mean, yeah.
Don't taunt me like this. How dare you?
Paladins have to be good looking, apparently.
Hey, so I'm reading chat, and there's a Yorin hanging out in chat.
What's up, dude?
Hey there, thanks for
You guys
joining.
haven't checked. Yeah. The comic's out. Well, kind of.
Kind of,
I
sort
got
of.
I got the digital copy, and I was so excited.
I know you were telling me all about it. You're like, oh my god, look at this. Oh my god, check this out. Oh my god, this is amazing. And I'm like, this is amazing. Thank you for sharing.
That's some good shit.
Some good shit. Yeah, so right now we are drawing 2 characters from the Alistair webcomic that we've been working on.
Mm-hmm.
These some not so good boys, but there's some good boys.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Look, if they were in a 90s movie, they'd be the asshole bullies. Let's be real here.
Oh, they totally would. They'd have like the switchblades, and they'd be like,
Oh
yeah.
dear God. John's switchblade would be like the comb.
Oh, totally.
And Augur would be. He'd just be like, "Are you for
stiletto.
fucking?" He'd be like, "Are you for fucking real right now? Don't you dare use my favorite knife against me like this!
You would.
How dare you use my favorite brand of blade against me? Ugh, I love a good stiletto." I don't know why, but I really like adding color tones to green skin. It's fun. I like discoloring not typically natural skin tones.
I see you do that with Zipper a lot.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun, I feel.
It's a nice contrast.
Yeah. Yeah, I like using like I like using like magentas and purples and magentas and just making that beautiful blue skin just pop. I like doing that. I like adding discoloration. It's a nice little happy thing for me.
I just like doing the crazy saturation. The weird highlights is my brand.
Oh, so it's early morning for Yorn. Good morning.
Hi.
It's technically early morning for us, but we're not quite there yet.
It is.
We have just hit the AM.
1:40 for me in the morning.
1:40 for Lynn, 12:40 for me. So we have just greeted this new day.
Oh God. All right.
There they are.
The boys.
The boys.
Boys.
The boys.
Why did I put that S so far away? There we go.
Because they're distant and aloof. They don't want to be a part of the regular crowd. They're too cool for that.
Yeah, so
Oh.
this tool.
Actually,
this
him.
tool. They're
This
both tools.
motherfucker. I mean, yeah.
They're both kind of tools.
There we go. Shaved. All right. Cool. So that's done, and it is almost 1 a.m. So this is usually our cutoff time, if I recall.
Yep. But if we don't stop now, we're just gonna start rambling.
We're gonna just start rambling.
I feel like we got most of our rambling done earlier when we were talking about anime, so that works out nicely.
Yeah, we just got that out of our system like right away.
We should like just have that be the thing.
An
just
anime
get it out of our
episode?
system first. What?
I was like, wait.
Just talk.
See, it's happening.
Yeah, it's happening. We gotta get out of here.
It's happening. The brain cell, it's slowly drying up.
Put it back in the alcohol.
Oh god. We don't need alcohol involved in our already hindered states.
Very true.
Very much. Oh man. So this has been fun.
Yeah, it was a really good time. What should we do for next time?
Usually we
What is
look
next Saturday?
Next Saturday is the 25th, if I recall. That's one day after my father's birthday.
Ah.
Eh.
What should we do? 25th.
Let's leave that up to the bros. Hey, anybody that's still listening, what do you think we should draw next Demiplanes and Doodles next week? Let us know, and we can start planning for it.
You say planning for it, but we never actually like.
It's in the brain.
We tried it.
The brain cell is loosely wrapped around it.
Yeah, that's true.
Just kind of like, hold on.
To be fair,
here's the idea.
For some of the episodes, we have done research.
Here's the idea, and then our brain cell is just like on top of it. And that's the legs. It's just like, yeah, like right there.
The bros, if their alignments switched.
Oh no.
Like switch with these guys or switch with each other?
Or like complete like 180 on
their alignments?
Like the complete opposite of their current alignments. Let's see. We've got bubbly characters, odd eccentric NPCs, in-game events like balls. Oh, I love a good ball. Role-playing versus combat-focused D&D groups. How to cook your dragon food in D&D. Y'all want to do a food episode? Y'all really want to put me through a food episode?
Oh, Lord. You're going to tell the story about how I had to call you and tell my onion.
Well, I don't have to tell that story now because you just said it.
I'm sure you're going to detail.
With a serrated knife, Lynn. With a serrated knife.
I needed a knife, and I didn't have any other
I need you to know, so that video I made earlier tonight about me cooking.
I know, I saw it with you cutting the onion. I
was inspired. I was like, wait, I need someone. No, you want to know what? That actually... I realize I'm very triggered by how people cut onions. I'm very triggered by it. Because the other night, somebody on my Facebook was excitedly gearing up for, I'm going to show myself cooking my food live. This is going to be my quarantine thing, which, hey, power to you. And she was like, first of all, she was really hecking around in the kitchen. And like when she pulled her knife out, I was like, please put the knife down. You are waving that around a little too aggressively. Please stop. And then like she went to go start cutting her onion, and it was a giant onion. She had a tiny knife, and she was like cutting it into chunks. And I'm like, I am in pain. Please stop this right now.
Like, please, I hate this.
Please, I hate this. I need to show people how to properly cut an onion. So I made my little video of me cooking food. So that's a thing. I'm very triggered by how people cut onions.
I'm sorry I sparked that within you.
It's fine.
Is it?
No, I know it's a bad habit, like, for sure. Because literally the other night, literally last night, when I was making dinner, making the pork with pineapple, Tabitha was like, "You want me to cut the pineapple?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, fine. You can cut the pineapple. I'm working on chopping up all this meat." And like, and I know it's like to the point where she's just like, I know how you get. Do you want me to cut the pineapple? And I'm like, you can cut the pineapple, it's fine. And then she started cutting the pineapple, and she's like, what am I doing wrong? And I'm like, well, you see.
Good Lord.
I'm so sorry.
I eagerly await the live cooking show we'll do.
I have a you will immediately see me get bothered, and you'll be like, what? And you'll be like, okay, well, here's what you're supposed to be doing. I'm
you know what?
stupidly anal retentive in the kitchen. I should just do that
thing where I tuck my hands behind my back and you just be my arms.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll have to really, my back would kill me for that whole video, excuse me.
I'll be on a stool.
Yes, Steph gets my feeling. It's that chef life. I'm forever bothered by how people operate in the kitchen, and I'm just like so anal retentive. I know it's a bad habit, and I need to like let people do their thing, but like, can I just show you a thing real quick?
Show you what you're doing incorrectly.
Can I show you how to make your life easier, please, and to make me feel like I'm not having heartburn?
Oh God.
Pastry chef problems, let me tell you. Yeah, so if people want to do a cooking episode and watch me basically evolve into my anal retentive chef self,
we can draw.
You're gonna hate him. I'll tell you that right now. You'll hate him.
We can draw the Meet the Bros favorite foods.
I'm excited. I like drawing food.
There you go.
I love it. We're gonna do food stuff. Oh my god, I'm so excited. This is gonna be so great. I'm gonna write recipes.
Oh, good Lord. You have to draw this guy's favorite food.
I will not.
I'll draw it.
It's
poorly.
Here, I'll draw it for you real quick. It's an easy one. It's just I hate it. Oh, please let me go. Like, I hate it. Like,
well,
look.
That's why.
There it is. And then you just got a little bit of a pan sear color to it.
It looks like butter.
Well, it's because it's liver.
Yeah. It kind of looks like cheesecake too.
Oh, there it is. It's a nice, it's a beautiful pan sear, and it's covered in a fucking port wine sauce. That's his favorite food, because he's an asshole.
Okay, now draw this guy's favorite food. And tell everyone what Augie's favorite food was.
Okay, so Augie's favorite food, so for everybody, so exclusive Alistair stuff, because this is usually stuff that's for the Devil and Up tiers, when you get the character profiles. We list their likes, their dislikes, and then their favorite foods. So Augur's favorite food is foie gras. And if you don't know what that is, Google it, because I don't want to explain it.
I'll Google it and save everyone time. Hold on. I know what it is, but I want to get the Google Translate.
Okay. It's fatty goose liver, basically. But it's the process of how it's made that makes it so horrible and illegal. So that's why I gave him foie gras as his favorite food, because he's an asshole. It's a pretentious, not necessary food, and I actually thought of like more horrible dishes to give him that are just ethically terrible. But I'm like, you know what? We're gonna leave it tame. It's gonna be foie gras, because that's an easy one to explain.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, no, it's not. I can tell you much worse dishes that exist in the world.
For sure.
Oh yeah. Oh god, I gotta. Hold on, let me grab Jayon's real quick.
Oof. So, yeah. It's not humane how they get that at all.
Yeah, it's not a humane practice, and that's why
I'm not gonna.
Me personally, I'm very against it. I
yeah.
do not like to visit establishments that serve foie gras, so yeah.
So that's his favorite food. So that should,
Yeah.
just remember that.
I'm not saying this in French because I absolutely cannot do French to save my life.
What is it?
For Jayons, it is wild hare à la royale.
Yeah.
Which it is a extensive meal prep of like over 100 different, like literally over 100 ingredients for like 12 different components that go into this dish. It is disgustingly refined due to the period that it was made in. So it's like a traditional French dish.
That's like the perfect way to describe Jayon, is disgustingly refined.
Disgustingly refined with a sense of upholding a skewed tradition, I should say. For the sake of pride over one's, culture, heritage, what have you.
Vic?
Which, yes.
Vic,
Yes.
are you saying that maybe their favorite foods are,
reflective of their characters?
reflective of who? Yeah. Are you saying something like that? What?
Sure, I can say that in the sense of West's favorite food is chicken nuggets.
It's chicken nuggets. That was the most recent.
Oh God! Don't bring up balut. I hate balut. That's gross.
Oh, that's gross.
That's. I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan.
Nope.
I discovered what balut was when a friend took me to a Filipino food not a food market, but like kind of like a food truck kind of like circuit that was happening, and it was like all Filipino food, and they're like, hey, that's balut, you should try it. And I was like, what is it? And somebody was kind enough to explain it to me, and I was like, I will not try that.
No.
Please never say that to me again. I will be over here eating barbecued chicken hearts, thank you very much.
What was Sister Sarah's favorite food?
Sister's favorite food is a canelé. Because I love canelés, and canelés are so delicious. And they are made in, they are basically a baked custard that are made in a very specific copper mold that's coated with beeswax. So it's a very traditional dessert, and it's very tasty, delicious, and it goes wonderful with tea.
Yeah, we should do all of these foods next time.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
On this.
Next
So
time.
we'll gather up all the characters' favorite foods. We'll have the Alistair Bros write down their characters' favorite foods. Or,
yes! That'd be fantastic!
A food that they think reflects their personality.
Oh, I would love that. Yes. Yeah, we can have the bros write down their characters' favorite foods or foods that reflect them. Fifi pomegranates are illegal.
What's Grayson's favorite food is mimosas and caviar.
I was going to say something else entirely different, but I think that's just the hour getting to me.
I mean, you're not wrong. We should end it.
It's time. It's time. We're hitting that point. Okay.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, so thank you guys for joining us tonight. Thank you for sticking through whenever we get like this. Thank you for coming back every time too.
Yes.
We appreciate all of you. We appreciate you guys for always giving your input, for hanging out with us, for giving us fun things to draw, and always have a good night. Stay safe in these crazy, wild Backstreet Boys reunion times. Stay safe. Wash your hands. We love you all. Wear a mask. We love you all. And hang loose and stay righteous. Okay.
Later, guys.
Good night.
Bye.